Some leaders speak of values. Joe Lonsdale lives them. From his early days at the Stanford Review to founding Palantir Technologies and the University at Austin, Joe embodies conviction and innovation. Joe has launched companies that shape our world and future. But it's his unwavering support for America, for Israel, and for the Jewish people that we honor tonight. When others were silent, he spoke out. With clarity, with courage. A proud voice for freedom, truth, and the values we hold dear reminds us that leadership means standing tall when it matters most. Tonight, we proudly present him with the Lion of Judah Award.
It is our distinct honor to present Joe Lonsdale with the Lion of Judah Award. Woo! May you be blessed with overflowing blessing from that large goblet for the rest till 120.
Amazing. Thank you very much. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to use that on Shabbat or not, but it might be a little bit much. It depends on how good the wine is. Yeah, I'm honored to accept this award from Chabad, guys. Thanks for having me. This is an institution that has quietly shaped more Jewish lives around the world than any other movement in the last century. And without Chabad, the Jewish people would be as fragmented and as scattered as we were in exile for centuries. But because of Chabad, we're more connected, more united, more courageous than we've been in generations. My wife wanted to be here. We just had our sixth child at home. We have 6 little kids. I was just checking in with her. She was texting me a picture of our 7, 6, and 4-year-old having pillow fights at home, which is very cute. I told her I haven't been to a lot of Chabad events. I'm pretty sure the pillow fights after my speech. Am I supposed to tell Jewish jokes on this? I don't know what's appropriate. I grew up Reform and moving towards a lot more religious recently, and I really admire Chabad and what it does and what it stands for. One of my favorite jokes more recently, based on what's going on in my life, is you have Yitz and his son Moshe, and Moshe's dating a non-Jewish girl, and it's just like, Moshe, you can't marry a shiksa. She's going to mess everything up. And he says, no, Dad, it's going to be great. And so later they're married, and they're at Shabbat dinner, and it's beautiful, and it's all perfect. And Yitz says, well, Moshe, tomorrow we're going in, to the office as we do the first Saturday of every month. We're going to do the books. We're going to get it all cleaned up. And he says, Dad, my wife says we have to go to shul tomorrow. And he says, see, I told you, Moshe, she'd screw everything up. And so that's what's going on with me. Actually, Taylor's doing an Orthodox conversion, and everything's going really well there. But I want to say Chabad really is a force for Achdut. It's a force for Jewish unity. Wherever you go, I'm just amazed. Some remote town, a foreign city, even multiple war zones around the world, Chabad's already there. It's connecting us and the rest of our people. And this unwavering commitment of Chabad to being present, to showing up fully for our people, no matter the circumstance, it embodies what true courage looks like. And the unity has never been more crucial than today. When ancient libels about Jews, unfortunately, really are kind of re-entering the mainstream discourse. A lot of conspiracy theories we thought were basically banished after World War II are finding new audiences on social media, on popular platforms. And when people talk about courage in my world, they usually mean going against the grain, something about challenging groupthink or starting something new or investing in hard problems others dismiss. But and obviously I've done some of those things. But to be honest, I was only able to do those things because we had inspiring and courageous people around me who set the example for me that I watched. And I'll say the thing I'm most proud of is when someone tells me that some of my actions or my voice has somehow helped them find their own voice, their courage of conviction, to build or fight and to stand up when it matters. And so I think inspiring others means more than anything else we can do ourselves. And that's how strength multiplies. It's how we win. It's one reason why my wife Taylor and I, we founded Hadar Classical Academy in Austin. We're building a a school grounded in Torah and discipline, in American ideals, grounded in Zionism. And we're trying to raise young Jews to be spiritually resilient, intellectually curious, and physically tough. We want them to know where they came from, to understand both the covenant and the Constitution, and to see themselves not just as individuals, but as links in a chain of Jewish greatness and American duty. And it's like most of my mission-based endeavors, it's not easy, but that's the point. Nothing worth building is easy, especially not in our culture right now that's often rewarding victimhood over virtue and cynicism over the drive to improve the world. The world doesn't need more cynics, it needs more builders, more truth tellers, more people of strength, and grounded in eternal principles. And I want to end with that's why I really admire Chabad, because at Chabad you build, you don't wait for the culture to change, you shape it. You don't whine about what's wrong, you guys create what's right. And that's what I want to challenge all of us to do tonight, especially the young leaders here. Don't wait to be asked. I think following in this, being this awarded this alongside Sean, alongside Adam, these are awesome young leaders. They didn't wait for someone else to step up. They weren't afraid to be visible, to be strong, and to be principled. And the world needs more proud, courageous Jews right now. Not in secret, not in silence, but right now. Awesome. All right. Thank you guys very much for this honor.